Okay, here is my how to contour and highlight video. So first I'm starting with my Clinique Super Defense Moisturizer, just all over my face. And then I also like to start with a makeup primer. This one is by Arbonne, but I think any primer will do. I think this is just to help mainly keep your makeup on better. And create a nice foundation for even application. All right, and then for my foundation, I like to use just something really nice and natural. It is the MAC Mineralize Moisture Foundation. It also has an SPF 15 in it, which is great to protect your skin from the sun. I'm going to use a combination of two colors today, NC25 and NC30. And I apply this to the bottom of a beauty blender. You want to make sure you get this wet and squeeze out the water first so that it is a little damp. This will just help to apply your foundation better. I've been using this for years, and somebody told me recently, and I was always like, I don't understand what the big deal is about the beauty blender. And then someone was like, you know you're supposed to get that wet, right? I was like, no, it makes all the difference. The makeup just glides on nice and smoothly. So as I apply my foundation, I just like to go really all over the face in nice circles. Until it's just nice and blended, very natural looking, smooth. I also go over my eyes. I know some people apply an eye primer. I don't have one yet. I'm in the market for one. So I just use my foundation as my eye makeup base. And then I also like to just kind of take it down a little bit, make sure everything is nice and blended. You just don't want to have a makeup line that just like stops right here. Nothing looks worse. Okay. All right, so now we're nice and blended. So now it's time to start with the contour. So here for my first color, I'm using this MAC Mineralized Concealer in color NC25. So first places I apply this are under my eyes, the side of the nose, right above the brow, kind of in the middle of the forehead, above the lip and below the nose. Then I kind of flare it out from the center of the lip. And then lastly, on the cheek. So right here, we're going to do a darker highlight. So we want to do a lighter highlight right below it. Kind of right in there on both sides. Then taking the Beauty Blender, I'm going to use kind of more of the pointy top and just lightly start to dab it in. And you want to kind of press it and kind of move downwards with it to make sure it doesn't cake under your eye. So just by adding this, it's going to kind of make the areas that are lighter pop out. So right under the eyes, blending above below the nose, the chin, and then side of the cheeks. Okay, then my second color is the MAC Prep and Prime. And this is color Radiant Rose, so highlighter. So I'm just gonna add a little bit here. And for this one, we'll do all the same places except We will not do the bottoms of your cheeks. Okay. And then same thing, just blend with the Beauty Blender. Now by highlighting the nose, you can really change the shape of your nose, which is great, especially if you think your nose is big, and you can make it look smaller without having surgery. Just use makeup. All right. Next, for my dark highlight, I'm going to use, this is just Maybelline. You can get it at grocery stores, Target, anywhere that sells Maybelline products. Maybelline Shine Free Fond de Teint, whatever. Color 355, Coconut Noir de Coco. All right. So I just take this, and I kind of squeeze in to see where I kind of want to create that like nice line. And then you just kind of draw from, you know, a few, like maybe an inch or so from the cheek all the way up to the ear on both sides. And then you also want to do right here on the bottom of your chin, just to kind of create that narrower look to your face. And then lastly, above, and then I kind of like to come down just a little bit, and we'll blend it all in. So then back to the Beauty Blender, I usually use the side and just start to kind of blend it in. Making like really tiny circles with it, breaking up that super straight line. But you don't want to go like crazy side to side, because you don't want to invade this area here where you've lightened it up. And the bottom of the chin. And doing this around the face is really good, especially if you have a round face like mine. It'll make it appear a little more oval. And then top of the head, you really want to work this up into the hairline. You don't want to have, you just want to make sure everything looks really nice and blended. So by using this darker color, you're going to make those areas that you lightened up kind of pop more and feel a little bit brighter. Then I'm also going to do a little bit on my nose. So I like to do kind of right down here at the bottom where it's, mine is a little bit rounder. And then I usually take a little bit, just very carefully. And then I usually use the Beauty Blender on the bottom part, but on the top, where I don't want it to get too like spread out, I usually just kind of use my fingers and go up to the brow and bring it right down. And if you already have like a very narrow nose, you can skip this step. Maybe you just want to kind of do like the bottom part. Okay, now we add powder. So I'm using 2 shades. First, I'm going to start with my light powder. This is MAC Medium Plus in the Mineralized Skin Finish. And I'm just going to take a bronzer brush. This one is from MAC. I also have one from Sephora that I like to use because sometimes this one sheds. I either use this one or this one from, it did have a handle, but it broke. So then I just take it, and then I apply this. I will go all over my nose because I kind of went a little heavy on the contour. But I apply this everywhere that I did highlight. So right in the middle. And it's okay if it gets where you put that dark contour right there, because we are going to go over it with a darker bronzer. So actually kind of more all over. That's okay. All right, but the powder will just kind of help to set everything, keep everything in place. And then this is maybe like 1 or 2 shades lighter. This is the medium dark mineralized skin finish. And I have this angled brush from MAC. It's brush, looks like brush 168. The number has worn off. But it's kind of angled like this. And then I just take it and I just go over everywhere that I added that dark contour. And then you can use this and just kind of brush it and blend it in. And you can always make it appear, you know, darker just by adding more. And a little bit underneath. On the forehead. And then just a tiny bit on the nose. Okay, that part's done. And then a little bit of blush. This isn't my favorite blush color. I really need to find another one, but I can't even read this anymore. Warm Soul Mineralized Blush. Has a little bit of a sparkle to it. I like the overall color. I just think I want to get one that doesn't have sparkle. So, and just using a blush brush, I've had this for years. I don't even know what it is. Right to the apple of the cheek is where you want to apply the blush, because we don't want to go over all the contouring we just did. All right, that part is done. Last thing I like to sometimes do, I don't always do this, but I just got the Lorac Pro Contour Kit. And if I use this, I'll use these colors instead of everything else. But they have this like nice shimmer, this one right here. And sometimes I like to take it and just apply like just a little bit of shimmer. Not a lot, just for a little pop. And that is all. And then I'll go in and do my eyebrows, put on mascara, and do some lipstick. All right, thanks.